Welcome to Tivoli Storage Manager Operations Center version 7.1.1's new capability to create, view, and edit client schedules. To get started, go to Clients and then Client Schedules. This will bring up all of the client schedules created for all of the Tivoli Storage Manager servers that are being monitored by this Operations Center. If you wanted to, for instance, take a look at just one Tivoli Storage Manager server's schedules, we could filter on that server's name. And now you can see all the client schedules for the TSM server called Tesla. It shows you the schedule name, the number of clients associated with that schedule, the start time, how often it repeats, which domain it belongs to, and what type of service that schedule does, whether it's an incremental or an archive or an image backup. You can click on the column names to have them sort. So for instance, if I click on the start time, it'll give me a chronological list of when the TSM client schedules are kicking off. This makes it easy to see when the clients are backing up on the TSM server. If you hover over the clock, you'll see the new 24-hour clock that includes the start time for the schedule, as well as the last run time for these clients. If you click on the Detail tab, you'll get a list of the clients associated with this schedule and the ability to change or edit information in the schedule. So for instance, if we wanted to be alerted if the schedule was still running after a specific time, you'll see if you add a runtime alert, you'll get an additional red dot on the 24-hour clock. And it's at this specific time that an alert will be sent out to let the administrators know that the clients are still backing up. It will not cancel the schedule, but it will send out the alert. If you want to create a new schedule, simply click on Plus Schedule, and a wizard will pop up that will walk you through setting up a client schedule. The nice thing about this wizard is it hides a lot of the complexity of setting up a schedule. The first thing it'll do is prompt you for a server. It'll automatically show you all the TSM servers being monitored by this Operations Center. However, if the TSM server is not yet at version 7.1.1 or above, it will be grayed out. Next, you can choose from the drop-down the domain that the schedule should belong to. Then you will choose the type of TSM client that's being backed up. Is it an application server that is running things like TSM for databases or TSM for mail, TSM for ERP, or Flash Copy Manager? Or is it a system machine, which would include workstations? Or is it a virtual machine with VMware or Hyper-V clients? Right now, what I want to create is a schedule to back up our new education TSM clients. These are just workstations, so I'll click System. Next, you'll enter a schedule name and a description. You can then choose if this is a daily incremental or if it's an archive. Now you'll choose the start time. And if you want a runtime alert to occur if the schedules are still running after a specific time, enter that time. Next, you'll choose how many clients you anticipate to be associated with the schedule. This is important because it tells the length of the start window in which the schedules can be randomized. So if you have 10 or fewer clients, you'll receive a 15-minute start window. If you have 11 to 49 clients, it'll give you a 1-hour start window. And if you have 50 or more clients, it'll give you a 2-hour start window. Once the schedule has been successfully created, you will then click on Close and Assign Clients. This will take you directly to the TSM client page. Here you can choose the clients you want to associate with the schedule. My clients are all called Education. I'll select the 5 clients. click on the More pull down and choose Schedule Membership. I'll then choose the schedule I want to associate those clients with and click Save. Once the clients have been associated with that schedule, I can now go and look at the schedules. Here's my new schedule. I can see I have 5 clients associated with it. I can hover over the icon and see the graphical piece. You'll notice there's no turquoise section in this piece because the schedule is yet to be run, so we don't know how long it really took the clients to back up. Okay, let's create another schedule. This time, let's create a schedule for an application server. You'll have to choose the type of application and server. In our case, we'll do a Microsoft Exchange server. Next. Now notice it's suggesting script file names. These names correspond to a sample file that's shipped with the client. You must first modify this sample file before it can be used. I'll retype in the name. Now this assumes that these are in the default directory. If these are not in the default client directory, you'll need to do a fully qualified file path. Choose a start time. If you want a runtime alert, then choose which day you want to do a full backup on. Notice it created 2 schedules. One is the full backup and one is the incremental backup of our Exchange servers. I can now close this and assign clients to those specific schedules. Let's now add a virtual machine backup schedule. For virtual machines, you'll need to choose if you're doing a Hyper-V backup or a VMware backup. Enter a name and a description. If there's any virtual machines you want to exclude, you'll enter them here. Enter a start time, enter an alert time, and go ahead and create the schedule. So in summary, I've showed you how to view, edit, and create new schedules in the new TSM 7.1.1 Operations Center. To view the schedules, go to Client, Client Schedules. If you want to edit a specific schedule, highlight the schedule and click on Details. Make your changes, and then click Save. To create a new schedule, click on the plus schedule, and then after selecting information about the TSM server and the domain and the type of client you're backing up, you can then enter the name of the schedule, the description, the start times, alert times, and any other pertinent information. The nice thing about this new Operations Center scheduling ability is that it hides a lot of the complexity for creating schedules. The Operations Center scheduling portion was created with good design in mind, as well as with a lot of input from both our customers and subject matter experts. So give it a try. I think you'll like the new scheduling portion of the Operations Center and how easy it makes not only to create, but also to view and edit schedules, and also how easy it is now to visualize when the TSM client schedules are starting, how long they're running, and which clients are associated with those schedules.